we are managing the HADR scenario in here with 9 countries, and also the top 10 we work together, especially the staff work to manage the HADR scenario. So the current situation, we received request for assistance from the host nation for Turkey. Then we managed to how to respond to such kind of request for the assistance. We are closely coordinating with host nations and other international organizations. And also our crisis responsive adaptive force package are preparing to respond to natural disaster able to save lives and reduce suffering, and also maintain humanitarian dignities. I am very confident that we can enhance interoperability with amongst the multinational countries, especially military force, and also that we can demonstrate effective communications and exercise crisis response capabilities amongst interagencies. So this is a managed tech, supporting cells. And also that is exercise control cell or something. So do you have any questions? In Japan, especially the ring of the fire, we have lots of the natural disaster. So that's why we have lots of the experience, especially from our Great Eastern Japan earthquake and tsunami. At that time, we conducted lots of the HADR operation with United States and other allies and partners. We got a lot of the experience and lesson learned. That's why we came here to share our knowledge and experience and professionalism with another countries. Also, we can learn from the other countries about their knowledge. So that's why we came here. Thank you.
Yeah, and I will echo the key to effective response is partner nations integrated together and able to respond in the best way, right? In a cooperative manner that is more effective than any one nation responding. It's important that we understand that we do not respond. It's not a military response. It's because there's a capability within the military that can provide that support to fill in the gap at the request of the host nation when requested, to fill the gaps of what they're unable to fill. For example, in this scenario, there's a hurricane that blew through and devastated. We just met this morning with the host nation, with their government officials, and they've informed us of some of the situation of what they know, their assessment of damage. The ports and airports being shut down, power supply, water supply. They are now in the process of requesting specific asks of us, which in the beginning, as the Admiral mentioned, starts with saving lives. So search and rescue type operations where requested. Alleviating human suffering, and that is getting them assessments, right, of damage, and then responding to if they need assistance. They've got a whole of government approach, but wherever they have a shortfall, that's where they're asking for our help. So we've got specific tasks in responding to those.
From the Japanese perspective, this exercise was organized by the United States Navy. So from the Japanese perspective, the collaboration and cooperation with NGO or international organizations such as that was something quite important. So from our experience, we conducted the HADR operation with that kind of organizations. So in Japan, we did the same exercise with other organizations such as NGO or agency. RIMPAC.
So in this exercise, the host nation currently has numerous NGOs that are in the country and assessing and responding to the needs of the people of Griffin. Where they have shortfalls, they work through the government of Griffin. The Minister of Transportation that we met with this morning then is asking us to support their mission. Again, not as a military mission, as fulfilling whatever humanitarian needs they have. So yes, in this scenario, we have coordinated with and through NGOs as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so we we have the tents that you saw on the other side of that of the equipment we showed you earlier. That is the State of Hawaii Emergency Response, and I'm sorry to get the name wrong. That's their emergency response from the medical perspective, and they're participating in the exercise as well, because obviously we would be working with those local organizations with all the capability, leveraging all the capabilities we can.
Unity of effort is key to success. So each country has each culture and each procedure and each philosophy of the operations. So at first step is understanding each culture and SOP or something. Then synchronize or a little bit summarize and develop our common procedure or something. This is the most difficult challenge thing. And also sometimes this kind of language barrier or something, especially some country native person cannot speak Japanese or English or something, right? So that's why that kind of communication is second our challenge, I think.
Yes, I think communication processes are a challenge. It's just why we're exercising that piece right now, why it's so critical that we all are able to collaborate with our partners to be able to overcome those obstacles. A humanitarian mission responding to a disaster is chaos following a significant disaster. And just getting the support to be able to provide support, the logistics of getting that equipment, the command center, all that set up in order to go out and effectively analyze things, that's a big challenge. It's a bottleneck, right? So again, the scenario that we're in here, every port within the country or the country or the state are closed right now. Every airport, and we're still assessing that. So getting that logistics in to be able and bring the people, go through the processes of going through the State Department of the countries to get us there, that's the long pole in the tent.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Got a couple of the drones that we would use to be able to assess. We can show you take some pictures after walk around a little bit. That's exactly what we do. We've got ships that are responding. Right, they've got ships that would be landing and providing support on both landing craft as well as helicopter support. So it's all assets that we have, including drones.
Hello everybody, my name is Kevin Farkas. I am from NAVFAC XVIC, and
I'm Dylan Lomas, also working at NAVFAC XVIC.
Yes, so we're here to support the NECF, the first NCR, and this is the drones that we're showcasing. On my left over there is the Alta X drone that is exclusively to NAVFAC, that NAVFAC XVIC uses to test out the various sensors that we're looking into, like LiDAR and other cameras. And this right here is the SkyDeo, is the drone that we're being used to do small surveys. And we're here to showcase that to first NCR and show how it can be incorporated into operations, particularly for HADR.
Always fun to see the toys, right? So pieces of equipment like this, again, are crucial for us to be able to assess the situation so that we can know where we need to go repair a bridge or if a road is impassable. Get it up in the sky, get the picture, come up with a quick plan to respond. That's what this allows us to do. Day or night, some depending on the sensors that the camera has, it can. We don't just have to operate in daylight. So a lot of capability to allow us to more quickly respond to a disaster.
How long would it stay up at the airport?
So that one over there can only stand in about 15 minutes, and this one can go up to 35 minutes. That guy is built to carry more weight, so that's why it can only last up to 15 minutes.
Yeah. So as I said, this work, in this security situation, including a natural disaster or something, we cannot work alone, and we cannot respond alone. If we are thinking of this fact, we have to cooperate and collaborate amongst a lot of the countries. So, as a multilateral exercise perspective, so in this RIMPAC, it's quite important for improving our interoperability and sharing our common values and the common challenges. So that's why this RIMPAC and the multilateral activity is quite important. Not only RIMPAC, but also we have the variety of the exercise, multilateral exercise, and some kind of the international frameworks. I think maybe we can cooperate or we can share our knowledge through that kind of opportunity. I cannot say about the specific impact exercise why we have the very few participants or something. But generally speaking, each country has each capability and also their budget or something. So even to Japan, we cannot join lots of the multilateral exercise. So that's why I think maybe most of the countries think we should participate more, not to participate based on their priorities. I think that's also.
Military technology cooperation. Saying that there are differences in how benefits to exercises.
Military operations, the interoperability of partners is crucial in maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific region. And it's in the interest of all countries in the area to do that. We do that through cooperation, and hopefully cooperation short of any kind of conflict. Humanitarian assistance is where we have the capabilities, capacity to be able to assist our friendly nations near us. And so that is what we're exercising here.
This is a Japanese-led drill, U.S. kind of giving assistance, but I also saw you speaking Spanish over there. Can you talk about how language is like a barrier in these drills?
Communication is key in any operation, right? And effective communication. So we are fortunate that our partners probably speak better English than I speak their languages. But we have overcome that through exercises like this and be able to learn to coordinate and utilizing interpreters where necessary, and it's been highly effective to this point. Anytime a military response takes place and you have hostile nations potentially operating in close proximity to friendly nations, there's always a chance of escalation of something, unintended escalation. And that's an important part of the scenario so that we are able to work through all of those steps and maintain peace and stability in the region.
Hey everybody, my name is EO2 Bartlett. I am an equipment operator, second class, and I'll go ahead and take you guys through all of our equipment. We can't see the roller, but the roller is the first one over here on the side. As you can see, there's a blade on it and then a roller. So this is actually compacting the ground when after we have already cleared the debris, if there's any kind of growth like the trees or anything like that, this will actually flatten it out and it will compact and make it a little bit safer for us to build up. We have our dump truck, so this can carry all of our debris once we actually are breaking ground. If we have any gravel, it's going to carry any kind of load so that way we can move it from one place to the next. It has two different parts to it, the front part and then the back part. We can add any kind of attachments on this one to do multiple stuff. It can go anywhere from like digging trenches or lifting and taking stuff off the trucks, pallets, any kind of other supplies that we would need. So depending on what the job is needed, this could do multiple things. It's a really great tool for us. Some of our cargo containers. So this will be a lot heavier duty than the backhoe. This will give us a lot more stability to grab things that are a lot heavier with loads. And then our last piece, we have three parts to it. We have an excavator. What the excavator is laying on top of is our globe, and it's being carried by our MK31. So our excavator is, it can do a lot more stuff. It's a lot heavier duty. Right now we were like picking up like gravel, so it can really dig in there and like pick up everything. It could swerve 360, so you don't have to worry about maneuvering your piece from one angle to the next. That's travel. And the MK has all the power to move that globe, the trailer, and anything that it's carrying.